Okay, James, for somebody who wants to buy some land and then build their dream house on it, how's that work? What's the process?
So there really has been a limited amount of product out there and programs for new build, and over the last year, 6 to 8 months, really, some of that product has come back, which is a good sign for the housing industry in general, because obviously, we hear every day of the lack of inventory out there. I think, the last I saw, we were at 1991 inventory level. So
Wow.
that's 25 years ago, 26 years ago, going on 27. And in that time, obviously, we've, grown as a country. And obviously, through the financial crisis, there was some overbuilding, and since the last 10 years there hasn't been much money available. That inventory has all been absorbed into the market, and so there are products now out there that, depending on how much you need to purchase the land, you can get money to purchase the land and a percentage of the construction. So, for example, one program that we use often is that you'll get 50% for the lot value. So if you have 50% of the money to put in for the lot, and then get 100% of the construction cost. So just to use some rough numbers, you're buying a piece of land for 500,000. You need another, 600,000 to build. You basically come up with 250, and you're getting 250 to buy, and the 600,000 that you need for the construction.
Wow, so 250 on $1,000,001.
That's right.
That's a pretty low loan to value to do it.
Yeah.
Pretty high loan.
Yeah, and that construction and permanent financing was, out there prior to the crash, and it was out there for decades before. It works. If you were buying a property that maybe already has an existing home on it, where you're going to basically knock down that home and leave up one wall so that it's technically a renovation and not new construction. There's also, a lot of programs out there, even through Fannie Mae, that you can do those type of deals with as little as 5% into the deal.
Right. So you just hit on something big with the inventory and supply right now. Supply is low. Prices in the resale market are going up. So
That's
this
right.
might be a nice option to kind of requires a little more patience and creativity, but you get to build you get to build the home exactly how you want to, and you might end up spending 10-20% less at the end of the day for your house.
In many of those cases, at the end of the day, you see a home that actually has equity built in, because you are taking on that project. Many people don't want to take on that project, honestly,
Right.
so that at the after appraised value is much higher than that 1.1. It might be 1.3. So you end up with a brand new home with a couple 100,000 in equity in it.
And it's the home you chose to build.
That's right. Absolutely.
You got to get the plans and
That's right.
work with an architect and do whatever you do. So
Yep.
if you're looking to buy, if you're looking to or thinking about buying some land and building on it, Bond Street Mortgage is a great place to go. We'll put James's phone number and a link to his website somewhere near this video.
Yeah, and it's actually, well, the good thing about it too is that a lot of those programs were limited to the local market, because the small state commercial banks did a very good job filling that gap. But for the most part, they were only lending, let's say, to investors that had a very good track record. And so as an individual, they really would, put you under high scrutiny before they gave you that type of money. Now, actually, a lot of that product is coming back on the national level, which is very good.
Great. And I'll add in here. You have some personal experience doing this.
I do, yes.
Right. So it's nice to work. It's nice to work with a lender who knows the ins and outs of this and might be able to help you also with some of the hurdles you might come across as you go into construction.
One of the first loans I did when I started in my career 20 years ago was a 203K renovation loan. So I literally have over 20 years experience dealing with construction and renovation programs.
Great. Thanks, James.
You got it.